This should be a reasonably short little video. It's just talking about the electron volt, which is a measure of energy, and what we have to remember is how we came up with this whole voltage thing in the first place, remembering that volts are energy per charge. So if we've got a voltage difference of 1 volt, remembering that a voltage difference of 1 volt means there must be an electric field here, and the actual voltage is equal to the electric field times the distance. So we don't know what distance this is, but the electric field times the distance will give you that 1 volt. Anyway, coming back to this, don't confuse that E, which is the electric field, with this E, which is energy. So this is actually an energy, and we know that if we take an electron, if this was the negative plate and this was the positive plate, and we've got a little electron over on this plate, and we take it all the way up there, we're going against the force, and when you go against the force you have a gain in potential energy, and the gain in potential energy is 1 volt times the charge, which is a charge on an electron, and that's how many joules it would be. So that would be 1 times 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19 joules. Alright, but what we can say is, if we say that many joules equals 1 electron volt, then we've got another unit which is nice. It's nice and small, and a lot of things are going to work out that way. Like, we find the energy of that electron on the hydrogen in its ground state is about 13 electron volts. If we do some calculations, the energy of a photon, green photon for example, is about 3 electron volts. So this is a really nice unit to use when you're converting and you want to convert from joules to electron volts. You're going to a much well, with the big unit, it's a really small number, so you're going to use the charge on that. Alright, so if you've come up with an answer and it's in joules and you want to convert to electron volts, that's going to be a really small number. Okay, and if we divide it by a really small number, it's going to become a much bigger number, and this is truly a very small number. So we have the example where we've got so many joules times 10 to the minus 10 joules, for example. That's like for the atomic mass unit. I can't remember exactly what it was, but if we want to convert from joules, see, that's the energy of 1 atomic mass unit. If we want to convert, we've got to times 10 to the minus 10, but we need to have a much bigger number, so we have a very small unit. So if we divide by times 10 to the minus 19, we will convert from the joules to the electron volts, and it comes out at 934 mega electron volts. So to go from joules to electron volts, you divide by the charge on an electron. And they're just nice little units.